So Minecraft recently announced a brand new Dappled Forest biome, and it got me thinking, what would a village look like in this biome? And I've been doing a bit of building recently, so I was like, you know what? Why don't I try and make it myself? So my first step was to find a mod which had a biome like the Dappled Forest. So I went through loads of mods and Modrant and then found the good old classic Biomes O Plenty, which had those similar biomes to the Dappled Forest that I could find. And so it was time to get building. So my first plan is I am now in a super flat world and I'm going to use Axiom to do some building magic. So I can press OR and I can replace these blocks with this dead wood, which looks a lot like the wood we're going to get from the poplar trees. And I'm basically going to transform a bunch of already made village structures with this new grey block and use some of them in the final village build and some of my own builds. So then I basically started repainting the builds. I used this type of spruce wood that was added to do the outer layers. And of course the dead wood for the inner layers. And then I used some of the red and orange leaves when needed. And so I have recolored and retextured a lot of basic village structures and some of my own buildings that I've built before to try and fit in with the new biome and new wood. Now what I have to do is to transfer these buildings into the new biome. And when I'm in the new biome, I'll add way more than just these buildings, don't worry. This is just to start us out and have a bit of a foundation. And I'm actually excited, like let's just start it. So here we are in the biome. So I guess I'm just gonna start building. I don't know. Let's just start. I've never done this before properly. Let's just go for it. So I began by clearing out all the trees using Axiom. I then started flattening the ground, and then the magic begun and I started pasting my builds down. So this is the build. I'm done. Goodbye. No, I'm only messing. This is just the beginning. And yeah, these are my first two little builds. I tried to make it cozy, kind of cottagecore. Whenever I see an opportunity to add some plants, I added plants. And then I tried to make these little canopy things for the wheat. I thought it was pretty cool. My next plan is I want to do like, you know, those kind of Italian seaside little towns. I want to have one of them where like it just goes up and up with buildings, and then over here I want to have this whole side be like farmland and beautiful flowers, maybe windmills, stuff like that. And so I cracked on with it and I just started putting flowers, crops, trees, everything down. And then I guess I'm just too amazing or something because mobs kept trying to ruin my plants. My crops! Oh my god. Look at all the damage he's done. And I continued building flawlessly. Oh my god. And then I just started building a windmill. Let's get windy, boys! So I used this tutorial by No Waggler. And let's just say he had some very artistic choices in his build. Okay, so we're adding random blocks. Oh, and a wall. Okay. Oh, we're adding fences to the wall. Interesting. But by the end, the finished product was very good and very simple. And I'm very impressed with it. So I have done this little area and I kind of love it, but kind of hate it. I don't know. Something about it I just don't love, but I'm also not really good enough of a builder to fix it. And so it's probably going to be left like this. Now I have to do some major work on transforming this whole mountain kind of area because I need to make it more smooth and then add on buildings and buildings and buildings. And this is actually like the part I'm dreading. Because, like, how is someone like me going to be able to transform this and make it look well? Like, I don't know. But there's no point sitting here sulking. That's not going to save anyone. So I began doing my transforming magic. Flattening this mountain. And let's just say the Italian dream did not go to plan. At all. Oh, there's a massive crater here. I mean, I ended up building a cave. And then by the end of the whole build, I was building myself a statue. And so, you know, things have started going wrong. I don't even know what I built.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
And I'm gonna try focus on making this side look better, okay? Give me another chance, please. This is terrible. Terrible.
What is that?
So, you know, I did some terraforming, added some buildings, added a little river, even added a campsite. But then disaster struck. I had fallen ill and spiders had taken over my shed. And so I hadn't played in ages. And I came back, honestly, just wanting this whole thing done. And I was kind of losing my mind. Oh, this is so ugly. This is so ugly. Ugly tree. That's what you are. Ugly tree. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful sky. Please tell me why you don't have these red trees everywhere. Because these are so beautiful. I'll make them for you. Wow. That is actually... Oh, what is this mode? Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that beauty.
You're a beauty and a bee. You can make my life happy.
You know what? Oh, it's quite bad. I just don't know. Wow, look at my beautiful village. Oh no, why do I hate it? So guys, I think we're almost done, genuinely. I'm not a good builder. That's what I've realized from all this. So I'm gonna add a few finishing touches and then I guess do a little tour. So I added some firefly bushes for the ambiance. I added a lot of villagers who were suspiciously in love with the barrels. That's all I will say. Then I added some foxes and of course some sweet berries for the foxes to munch on. Plus some other little bits and bobs. So here we are in my beautiful village. Oh gosh, where it all started, it was these few first buildings and it just expanded and expanded. So this wasn't the easiest thing in the world. And I mean, you can tell by looking at this, these builds are not, this is not a good village. Like I will put my hands up in the air and say, I'm not too impressed with this. But it's my first build in such a long time. Hey, Fox. And you know what? We have to start somewhere and I'll only get better from here, I hope. But yeah, obviously building these little houses was very easy. They were already done in my survival, in my super flat world. These things, I actually thought they were quite cute. Like, I think these would be cool in the real game. So obviously these are meant to be instead of the normal kind of, you know, what are they called? Where the plants usually are in villages. I tried to make it look a bit better. Also, why are all the villagers so clumped up? And then there's like a little fox. Oh, bless him. He's got a little wheat in his mouth. But yeah, I am happy. Like, I did really try, you know, make this pretty aesthetic, even the fancy cave, which was a complete accident, by the way. But I'm happy with how it turned out. And then, I don't know why I'm here. That might have been the weirdest part of the village, is me being here, but it's fine. These were obviously based off the campsites coming to the game. I thought I'd add them in this village just because they're also part of the new update. And then the big trees, listen, they aren't great, I will admit. But I tried. I did try. And then obviously I built some little stalls. We have the little flower stall, the bread stall, and I was gonna add more, but I didn't. And then this part is probably my favorite. I just love the windmill. Obviously, it was from a video, so I can't take much credit for this. But I do think the windmill is very cool. And the flower fields, while I admit they could be so much better, literally all I did was spam flowers like this. I literally went like this and just spammed flowers whenever I could. So although the flower field could be better, I still thought, you know, I still think this looks pretty cool. And you know, if I lived in this village, I'd be a happy man. I would be a happy man. Little cute foxes, the little little nice houses. The insides are not decorated. I've just exposed myself, but we don't talk about it, okay? I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It was a very interesting challenge to do, and I'm glad it's over. It's been a long time. It's been over a month since I started recording this. And if you want me to build any other villages and other biomes, like an end village or whatever, hopefully I'll only get better at building, and my build will only get better. And thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.